Hey guys, Ultimate Deadpool here. So I'm tired before we get started, so if I sound stupid, um, which is very easy to do, um, I'm just tired. I've been awake most of the day. I didn't sleep well last night. Anyway, most likely I'm going to do um, that it's Stupid Invasion series um, and just one shot, finish it all, um, in 3 back-to-back days. Um, and then once that's done and out of the way, then I will go on to hopefully better stuff. The Gravity Man trailer has not exactly gotten the response I had hoped, which is okay. I understand. People have other stuff to do, and not a lot of people know who that character is, let alone what he can do. So, I can understand that. I just thought if I release that and get everybody excited, then when I actually make the movie, then it'll be out, all crazy. Um, but who knows? Um, some people took it well. I did get a lot of people messaging me through Hangouts saying that the trailer was basically a disgrace to the original. Believe it or not, yeah, people actually did say that. Um, Others said that it was a pale copy of the original, which makes sense because it's not a remake, it's basically a retelling. Because I don't have the original script that I wrote for Gravity Man, so there's nothing to go off of. It's literally just all being remade. It's basically a remake, but it's not, it's not different characters. That's the same thing. It's still the same generic characters, but most of their names are okay. Okay, fine, whatever. It's a remake. Okay? But that does not mean that the story has not changed. It's all still the same story, same background, same shit. Um, so a lot of people though were complimenting it, saying that they can't wait and they hope it's going to be as good as they're hoping it is. Or some people were actually saying that it looks like it could be an improvement, which is great. But that's a very high bar to reach because when I did the original, it was just really good because it was very well told. I actually got somebody who said that they liked the original Death design as like a quick cameo appearance. Um, so I will say this: appearances are not always key. So if you think you see something that looks familiar, or if you think you've seen a character, that may not be the character that you're thinking. For instance, the CEO or whatever you want to call it for the, project or the satellite thing that, you know, John was going to go take a look at. For those of you who don't know, Gravity Man's actual name is John Rogers. Originally, it was Johnny Rogers, but it's or something along those lines. It was either I don't remember exactly what his name was. If any of you guys remember what his original name was, please let me know. Because I want to try to keep it as consistent as possible. But I do know that the rethought idea was going to be John Rogers, or something like that. I can't. This is going to drive me crazy. I cannot remember what the original name was. Give me a second. I know. I'm pretty sure his last name started with an R. I can't remember. It wasn't John Richards. I know that. Anyway, it was someone. You guys. Okay, fine. This is one of those things when you guys get to rename the character. Rename Gravity Man's alternate identity. So, first is but this is back to the whole characters may not look like or may not be the way they look like. Some of you guys did see Inferno. He was the guy in the Beetlejuice looking attire. That was Inferno. And nobody caught it. Inferno actually has a humongous Easter egg on him, and that is when his head lights up on fire to show that he's at his full power. The head it looks like a Ghost Rider head, but it's not. It's actually one of the Ninjago skeleton characters with a custom Ghost Rider headpiece. So that's why the fire piece was able to be removed. Which is actually the only piece I actually needed to finish Invasion. So now that I have that piece, I can easily continue with that. And that piece is going to show up in the actual Ghost Rider movie, so I can actually make Vengeance at some point in the future. So that's going to be fun. So one of my biggest fears about doing Gravity Man is especially for the people who know what that story is and know who that character is. I'm still a little bit hesitant on doing it because I know that there's going to be people who are going to be like, well, why is this different? Why is this person doing this? Why did this person get hurt? Why did this person end up, looking like this person? Or, why is this all different? I know for a fact there's going to be people like that. But I know that the channel will benefit from it. Hopefully it will benefit from it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and go along with it. Even though I know it's a humongous gamble, considering not a lot of people do know who the character is. Which is fine, but it's also one of those things that I'm very skeptical about. As far as storyline goes, I think I have a really good one. It's as close to the original as I can get it to, from what I remember. Now, I realize I created the Gravity Man character, but believe it or not, most of the original story that was done for the original movie was just bullshit. It was make it up as you go along and see if it sticks. There were a lot of elements, though, that were thought out. Like the entire, he goes to space, he gets his visor completely taken off, he gets exposed to the entire, energy field, plus the atmosphere that he's in, seriously screws him up. That was all part of the origin. But as far as, having him being end up becoming like a scientist or something later, that was all bullshit. That was all, let's make it up as you go along and see if it works. And it did. So most likely this time he's going to be, Gravity Man is going to be more of like not really a Daredevil kind of person, but he's going to be like an extreme mechanic or something like that. Like, he fixes things, but at the same time he's like super dangerous doing it. Or like he only fixes dangerous things. So something like that. It's stupid, but it'll work. And then his friend is obviously going to be, a big influence on him as well. Now, in the original story, his best friend ended up being Death. If that storyline doesn't change, then definitely keep an eye out for the Easter eggs that are aimed towards that. But most likely that's going to be slightly different. But like I said, if it does end up being the same, expect it, because it's actually going to be a really big what the kind of reveal when that does happen. So I've gotten a lot of people asking, is Death's first uniform going to show up at all in the movie, even though it does have Deadpool stuff, Spider-Man stuff, and Batman stuff all over it. And the answer to that is yes, because the original Death character was like a Two-Face style villain, because he's got a split personality. So, you know, he can be the best of friends with you 1 minute, and then the second minute he's trying to shoot your head off. So, it's kind of, he's more of like an unstable mental character than anything, which is a really cool concept for a character like him. But I don't think with this new character design or the story, I don't think that's going to work. So it may still be, there may still be hints that he's, you know, mentally unstable, but not like, you know, an entirely different person type thing. You know, it'll still be basically split personality, but it won't be near as diverse as it was in the original. So if you see him acting nice, and then all of a sudden he's got a freaking gun pointed at you or a knife pointed at you, then that explains why he is the way he is. And all of this is going to be explained throughout my Introduce the Villains series. Basically, that, for those of you who don't know this, I used to play Team Fortress 2 a long time ago, and they have videos on YouTube called Meet the, and then they have the character. That's basically what I'm going to do, except it's going to be as the Gravity Man villains. So, you know, meet Shocker, or meet Zax, meet, you know, Inferno, meet Slimeball, and so on and so forth. There are only two characters that are not going to get that, and that is Death and Gravity Man, because their origin is going to be explained in the actual film. But, so, two characters have actually been written out of existence for Gravity Man. For instance, the character in the tan outfit that had the same visor or head as Death, that is no longer an actual character because I could never find an actual name for him. So that character is just going to become Death 2.0, and then when you get the Death 3.0, that's when he's got the the gray armor, and you know, badass moves and everything else. And Lucas Groundrunner, I remember that character's name. He was the one who had the gray Halo-looking helmet with the Boba Fett jetpack or Jango Fett jetpack. That was him. So he's also been retconned out of the thing, and he's going to be replaced for a Gravity Man pre-superhero suit. So that's like his trial suit. Kind of like when, and I know this is a terrible example, but when I did Nightwing and he wore the 2006 Legos Nightwing suit, that was kind of like his trial run suit, and then he went on to becoming the standard New 52 blue suit. So, which is much better than the red crap. I love Nightwing in red, but I have to say you cannot beat that classic blue. So all in all, I'm hoping Gravity Man does well. I really do. I make no promises it's going to be a perfect movie by any stretch of the word. But I will say I'm hoping it's going to be as good as I'm hoping it's going to be. Real quick, after this video, I'm going to go ahead and shoot a Ultimate Deadpool Haunting Hour. Now, don't get too excited. For all starters, the video is not going to be an hour long because I don't have live streaming. And even if I did, I still would make the video an hour long. And it's not going to be anything fancy. I have two new characters for this cabinet back here. We're going to review those on Ultimate Deadpool Haunting Hour because they are horror movie characters. It's Freddy Krueger and Ghostface. So it's another Freddy Krueger and Ghostface. They're both horror movie icons. Therefore, they both technically are spooky, so they can go on Ultimate Deadpool Haunting Hour. So anytime I have something like this, it'll be on Ultimate Deadpool Haunting Hour. Anything that's even remotely creepy or weird or Halloween-y type thing, that's going to be on Ultimate Deadpool Haunting Hour. So, that's pretty much it for this video. I realized it drug on longer than I anticipated. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoy the Gravity Man movie, which is most likely going to come out probably around June-ish. I would like to release it after I've had at least 200 to 300 subscribers. So whenever that happens, that's when Gravity Man is going to come out. So it's not based off time, it's based off subscriptions. The reason why it's done that way is because I know more people are going to watch it if there's more people that will watch it versus people that could watch it. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm just weird when it comes to videos like that. So, basically, if there's more people who can watch it, then that means that there's more people that will watch it versus the potential of people that could watch it. Because the people who do are going to say, hey, you should check this out. Or, hey, why don't you take a look at this? And then that spreads it on. Versus if I were to do it now, it wouldn't go anywhere. So, it's just a weird thing. It's just a weird format that I do videos in. I've done it countless times before. Some of you guys may know this from the original channel. I did it all the time. I never released a video until I had, or a movie like that, until I had enough people to actually watch it. Because I didn't finally release Gravity Man, which was in the works for the entire time that channel was up before YouTube took it down. That entire video was planned, written, scripted, thought out, everything else for literally like 3 years. And then as soon as I made that movie, it was a big success that lasted a month. And then YouTube comes along and, the rest is history. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later on Ultimate Deadpool Haunting Hour. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys all later. Bye.